welcome to King Gunsmith. Today I'm going to be showing you how to take apart the bolt of a Mosin Nagant 9130. You're going to want to do this and get in the habit of doing it every time you shoot with your 9130, because a lot of corrosive ammo will build up in key areas, and you know that old surplus ammunition is highly corrosive. It's got a lot of salt in there, so you're really going to want to take this apart every time you're going shooting. I mean, if you're doing a couple rounds here and there, you know, that's fine, but you really want to get in the habit of assembling this bolt, because you know you can really mess it up if you leave that corrosive ammo to rot that away. So a couple tools you're going to need: a nice, you know, solid bench to work on. You know, I got some of these gun tech mats here. They're a little pricey, I'll be honest with you, but they're very worth it, especially if you're working on guns. You know, obviously this is 1911, but under here I have an 870, which I work on a lot of 870s and a lot of Mosins. So you're going to want to start out, you're going to want a nice towel, you know, just something to wipe some grime down with. And a lot of Nagant packages will come with these cleaning kits, and they'll have a little tool in them. You're going to want this. This is to, it's going to help you assemble and disassemble the bolt. And it's also going to help you check the head spacing on the firing pin, because that's a very important aspect. If you have too much firing pin being exposed at the top, that's going to make contact with the primer, and it's going to go in too far, and possibly some gas could escape back into your face, and obviously we don't want that. If it's not coming out of the bolt far enough, then you're going to have problems with, you know, firing, because it's not going to be striking the primer. You might have delayed fires and all kinds of bad stuff. So really just a simple thing, just have your headspace checker there. And like I said, this tool will come with your Nagant packages. You know, you get them from your, they'll usually come in this bag with a few other cleaning accessories, but you're just going to want that. It's also got a nice little screwdriver, and that can come in handy, and then these notches also come in handy for disassembly. So the first thing we're going to do is take our bolt, we're going to put it face down, and then we're going to lift the top and push our pull rather this way in a counterclockwise motion. Okay, once you do that, it will come apart. If it doesn't come apart like it just did there, just kind of play around with this, twist around, pull that out, and then pull this out, and you'll see you'll have your firing pin, which is right here, right, your firing pin, and then you'll have the obviously the handle. You can put these to the side. Make sure keep your space well organized. Alright, so what you're going to want to do now is be very careful, because this firing pin right here is under a lot of spring tension from the rear. You're not done yet. You need to take this apart. Like I said, guys, if you're only shooting a few rounds, this is pretty much the limit of where you need to strip the Mosin. Just go ahead and clean these out, but we're going to go in depth in this video and show you how to take the entire assembly apart. So this is why I like this tool. You can grab onto this and get a lot of control. You'll see there's a little notch right here, and what you're going to want to do is take your tool, and I like to use the big end, it doesn't really matter, and you're going to put in that notch, get it nice and secured in there, and you're going to start turning counterclockwise, and you want to hold your thumb against that, because like I said, this is under a lot of spring tension, and you know you could be shooting that firing pin out and might hit something valuable, so you don't want that. So just turn counterclockwise. You're going to be doing this for a little bit, because it's a very coarse thread, a very fine thread, so you're going to want to take your time with it and make sure you're holding it down. You don't want this to go flying anywhere. You just want to keep good control over it, and you can start to see it coming out there. And so, and it's going to pop here any second. There it is. Okay, so just relieve pressure once you know that springs off the firing pin, and you're going to see even more parts come together. So you have your spring. Now I want you to take a look at this. Look how long that firing, that's the size of a pencil. Mosin Nagant has a very large and long firing pin. There's the head of it, and there's your thread ends. Okay, so you got your spring here. This is a very robust spring, extremely robust. So you're going to want to clean everything. Just, you know, take some hoppies or your favorite CPL, stuff like that. Get it clean, lubricated. Get that corrosive ammo off of there. You don't want that stuff on there. It's going to wear your parts down. Reassembly, pretty much backwards. Take your spring, put it at the edge of your firing pin. You're going to go ahead and take your bolt body, put the spring and firing pin assembly through, And this part's kind of tricky to get. The next few parts are kind of tricky actually. You're going to want to just put this to where it looks like it's going to go naturally. So you're going to want to line these two metal parts up together like that. And then you're going to want to take your tool again, so you'll be in this, you know, this is going to be loose. You're going to want to take your tool again and kind of reverse the process. You're going to want to push really hard in there and then start twisting and overcompensating. And it's somewhat tricky at the first. Just keep spinning, and there's different ways to do this. I've just always done it like this. You know, a lot of people will do it with you know, different methods. Honestly, you're doing the same thing. You're not going to damage it, and you can see once you get it seated in there, you're just going to keep going, and you're just going to reverse the process of spinning it clockwise. So just take the bolt body, spin it, and that will speed up there. And as you can see, let's get back together nice. So just, you'll start to feel a little tension build up. That's because the spring's being compressed back into there, and it will eventually stop. And on the back of the bolt, you're going to see two notches that are either penciled in or punched into the back of the bolt. And you're going to want to line the screw head up with those notches. And I just like to take the screwdriver here, and sometimes models don't do that, so you're just gonna take your tool again and just line those notches up. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna reassemble. We got it all set up. We're gonna put our guide back on here. Just line it up with these notches in the back. Just put it on there. Okay. And you're gonna want to take your top piece that covers the firing pin, and you're going to kind of want to wiggle it in there. You can move the back of this around a little bit. There'll be some play in there, and you're going to kind of want to wiggle that in a bit and just get everything lined up there. Get it nice and secured. Take your time. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky, but you'll get it. So there we go. We got it. And what you want to do is lift this up. And there's a little notch right here, so lift this knob into the notch right there. And so you just kind of want to play around with it and lift that up, and then you should, oops, put that back in there. Alright, and then you're just going to pull, and then there's your bolt reassembled. Alright, so now to check the head spacing. Go ahead and put your bolt back into the same position you were just in, and tap everything against, you know, your solid workbench. You want to take these on your tool, and you want it to barely be touching the top of the middle one, and you want it to go through. So on this right here, you want this one to be barely touching the top, and you want this one to have a lot of clearance. The last notch here, you want a lot of clearance on. So you're just going to make sure your head spacing is okay. This bolt has spaced correctly, and that's how you're going to do that. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Just make sure you're checking your head spacing. Take your time, be safe, and have a good day.